Hey. There I am. Hey, everybody, welcome into the channel. This is Papa Drew's RV. I'm the host, Papa Drew. We're live right now at the undisclosed location out here in Southern California. Yeah, we're going to give you guys some updates, some what's going on, what's happening, and what's coming up in the future. Yeah, so stand by, ask your questions, type in anything you want to know, anything you want to talk about today. It's all open game. I'll drop some links. We'll have you come on up to the channel. You can say hi to everybody, plug your channel, and we can talk about the future events of the bus that is being built. We're getting a lot of questions asked, so we can go ahead and answer any questions you may have. It's still kind of new, and this was an impromptu live stream, so we're going to wait here. We got a couple people in right now. We got Nursing Our Travel Bug, and we got Foreverland RV Semper Fi Brother Hoorah in the channel right now. And we're building. We'll build that audience, I have no doubt. Got some bingo at 1 o'clock, so I got to take off here at 1. So we got a 1 hour live stream of me chatting and you watching. It's free entertainment, people. You can't go wrong. Well, you could, but it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. It'll be Papa Drew for sure. So we are in Southern California right now. I'm trying to find a place to, there it is. Look at that. We got a handy dandy plug. Let me know what you think of the live stream right now and how it looks. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to relax and just chill out today. The dad abides, man. Look at the hair. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Type in 1 if you can hear me. And hey, Linda, how you doing? Let me know if you can hear. Can y'all hear me right now? Can y'all see me? Can you hear and see me? That's the most important thing. Stream from your new, the exercise bike that's behind me. Yeah, so if you're on Facebook group, which I highly recommend that you join the Facebook group. That's free. We're growing like leaps and bounds over on Facebook, and that's Papa Drew's RV group on Facebook. We have over 1,200 subscribers to that Facebook group. So if you're not part of the Facebook group, you're really missing out on a lot of good information. A lot of people are posting over there. It's just everybody's playing nice and we're all getting along and having a good time. So here's the question of what's going on. The burning question on everybody's mind is that 40-foot school. It is. We went down to Arizona, and I want to thank Nursing Our Travel Bug because they're super cool, and Traveling Down the Banisters because they're just epic. And we went and I bought the school bus at a AAA bus. 40-foot school bus. It ran me $10,500. Paid cash for that. Make it rain. Paid cash for the school bus. Went back down into Phoenix, Arizona, and picked up the bus. And turned around and drove the bus to Dallas, Texas in 2 days. So I learned a lot about driving, 1, a school bus, because I've never driven a 40-foot school bus. 2, I have never driven anything with air brakes. And I want to apologize to Keith for Traveling Down the Banisters, because the first time I hit the brakes on the school bus, I about damn near put him through the windshield of the school bus. So I want to say to Keith, I really apologize. I'm very sorry. There's something I'm learning how to use. Apparently you know that, the rest of you don't. So if you're going to travel with me in the school bus, remember, seatbelts are your best friends. Either that or good healthcare program. Okay, so we're sitting here in Southern California at an undisclosed location. Some of you know where I am, some of you don't. And we're getting texts. That's okay. I get it. It's currently like 65 degrees. We got bingo tonight. We're at a 50 and over park, which is really cool. We're going to do water aerobics later on. The problem is with the yoga and the old people, downward dog, we lose about 2 or 3 of them, but that's okay because the sites open up and we can kind of shift around in here to get the premium sites. So it's a good thing. Not really. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Please send all your hate mail to Brazen Brits, who are in here right now with us. He might be sober. He might not be sober. I just don't know. So anyway, so we took the bus. I digress. We took the bus from Phoenix, Arizona. We drove it over to Dallas. I learned a lot. One, I didn't understand how the truck stops work, like on the filling of the diesel. Like my diesel filling is on the driver's side. I don't have dual filling on the bus. It's just on the driver's side. So I didn't realize you have to take the passenger side diesel pump and set that on the ground. Then you can go ahead and use the driver's side diesel pump to fill up. These are things that I just didn't know because I never went to a diesel truck stop before. I've never done that and played with all the big diesel trucks. So now I'm figuring this stuff out. The builders helped me of the bus. We carpooled down. Now they have a really cool bus, and I hope they're watching because they're super nice people. They're doing a 1972 or 76 stick shift bus right now, which is really cool. They're converting that into a tiny home, and then my bus is up next. So everybody's asking me, like Traveling Robert, and everybody's like, hey, when's your bus coming up? When's your bus due? And my bus isn't going to be due. My bus isn't going to be due until, it won't start until January. No, June. It won't start until June of this year, and it'll be done in December. So once the bus gets physically done in Texas, I think I'm going to go, when I pick it up, and domicile out of Texas. Sorry, I apologize. I have a bad eye. So I think I'm going to domicile out of Texas and register the bus over there. And then I'm going to bring it into Arizona, and we're going to get the bus painted. It takes 10 days to get the bus painted. I want to make sure I get a really good paint job on this bus. And I'm not going to tell you what the colors are of the bus. Once the bus gets painted and everything, you'll see it. You'll know what the colors are. But I'll give you a hint. It may or may not have to do something with a Big Mac. It's Papa Drew, man. I mean, seriously, it's Papa Drew. It may or may not have something to do with a Big Mac. I don't know. It could be a hint. The other thing I need help with is naming the bus. So we're going to have to come up with a name for this big girl. And I would love if you could go on, on my community tab, I'll put, let's name the bus. And if you could post your names to that, to the school bus, I would really, really, really appreciate it. Now, that's only one small part of this puzzle that we're all putting together here for the channel. But hopefully December-ish, it'll be done. And then I think this year, instead of doing a Q22, which we still will have, but I'm thinking about combining Q22 with Schoolypalooza. I think that would be a cool thing because they want to display the bus at Schoolypalooza, which is really, really cool. And I think it would be apropos to drop in. Sorry, my neighbors are coming in, and we're definitely in an RV park here. Big diesel trucks driving all over the place. But we're thinking about debuting the bus at Schoolypalooza this year, or next year, actually, in January. January of next year is when we're going to display the bus and put it up for everybody to come in and tour, or certain people to come in and tour, and check out the bus. So it'll be done, almost done by Schoolypalooza. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff I got to do because this bus is it's going to be an off-grid boondocking, just a night. It's going to eat the boondocking up. It's not made to be plugged into the RV parks. It can be the way I'm setting it up, but it's designed to live off-grid. That's where this is going to be the happiest. So the concept is about 2,000 watts of solar up on the roof. We're going to have about 1,000 amp hours worth of batteries inside the bus, and all the gravy that goes along with that, just to keep it going. We're going to have 125 gallons of fresh water in the bus. So that's getting built inside the bus. Hi, Linda. And yeah, it's designed to go off grid and just live out there in the middle of nowhere where there are no people. That's where I like it the best. Where I get some bling, some Drew bling time by myself out there. I like that. I mean, I like people, don't get me wrong, but sometimes people suck, and I want away from the suck. We're not embracing the suck. We're out of the Marine Corps. Not embracing the suck. We're going to go out in the middle of nowhere. I want my kids to come along and jump on the bus. And, if Gabby's watching and Maddie, and hi kids, how you doing? If you read about Custer in school, we're going to go over and see where Custer made his last stand. And I think that is the coolest thing about having this bus and about having the off-grid. Now, that's only one component of what the bus is going to have. Coming up here in November-ish, we're going to be buying a brand new, probably an F-150. I know Jim from New Horizons is rolling over in his grave because he's a Chevy guy. I get it. But we're probably going to go with a Ford F-150 just because of all the stuff that I've read. And we're going to go with that big V8 5.0 liter, and we're going to pay cash for that. We are almost out of debt, guys. All I have is this. The RV is the only thing left I have in debt. I've been paying everything down, been sacrificing, and just really, nose to the grindstone, paying it all off. Paid off all my student loans. I've paid off the cars. I've paid off the credit cards. We're just paying it all off. And the last thing I have to this puzzle to pay off is this RV. So we're paying everything with cash from now on. We're not going back into debt. I'm not going to be a slave to anybody. We are going to pay everything off with cash and get it going from there. So we're going to get the truck, and then we're going to put either a RZR in the back of the truck, the plan is, or a Can-Am. Now I'm going to try and get a 8-foot bed on the truck, and so I think I can put a standard 2-seat or a 4-seat RZR in on the back of the truck to haul around, because I want an off-road capable toy. So, if I'm exploring the back roads or something, I unhook and take off. If I'm out there boondocking with, maybe some Grand Adventure or, Carl or somebody, I want to be able to have the capability of going down some of these dirt roads before I bring a 40-foot school bus down there and checking stuff out. So that's going to be done. All that's going to be done in next year-ish. And then we're going to put the solar on the bus. So we're going to keep working hard and doing our job, and we're going to keep adding to the bus. But we're going to put in the solar. I was quoted a lot of money to put in solar. I think what I'm going to do is I have the list of the stuff, the components that I need to make a complete solar setup, and I'm going to start buying those components every month. And along with paying off the coach, my RV right now, and doing that and paying that stuff down and getting that going. And then we're going to go ahead and start working on all the solar components. I mean, I really want this thing to be an off-road, off-grid, just a beast of a bus. It'll be fun. It'll be good groceries. Other than that, we've been doing a lot of cooking. I have the whole kitchen set up behind me. We got the smokers set up. We got the Blackstone set up, the barbecue set up. I mean, it's all set up. Now I have an exercise bike. Get up in the morning, ride a little bit, get in, take a shower, head to work, come back home, ride a little bit more. There's not much else I can do because I'm saving money, So we're just sitting here just kind of saving and, just kind of doing that kind of stuff, getting it done. I did join the Elks Lodge. And if you don't know why I joined the Elks Lodge, you might want to think about joining the Elks Lodge, because all over the United States, you can actually camp at the Elks Lodge. You can pull in your rigs and set up camp there for very, very cheap throughout the whole country. So if you're saying you're having a hard time parking in Florida, they have an Elks Lodge in Florida, and it has camping. Maybe for a couple days, but still, you have camping at the Elks Lodge. New York, they have camping. So you can go in and hook it up and get in there. So yeah, everything is coming together. It's all starting to come together. It's starting to gel. I mean, it's been a rough time. That's why the videos haven't been coming, and I do apologize. I'm still trying to get my shit together, as they say. I do need to put out some videos. I'm thinking about just doing some simple food videos. What do you guys think if I pop out some food videos on how to? I mean, I made a cheeseburger video over there that we put some plastic cheese inside that burger and we melted it, and it was amazing. I mean, I would feed it to the Brazen Brits after he drank a little bit. Absolutely. Lord Lawrence would love that. I'm not sure Lady Natalie would like that, but Lord Lawrence would like that. Other than that, I mean, I can read some of your questions. Does anybody have any questions about the bus? Does anybody want to know what's going on with the bus, what we're doing with the bus, any plans? I'm not going to tell you the color scheme. I need to name the damn thing. And then I need to name the truck, and then I need to name the Can-Am. So we're going to be selling the Prius. and I'm going to be selling this rig right here, and turning around and paying for, all that stuff is going to pay for the Can-Am or the Razor. That's how I'm going to pay for that stuff. And then the truck, I have the money outright to pay for it. And then I'm also thinking, on a side note, I'm thinking about, how is Papa Drew going to make money on the road? That's the $1 million question. How is he going to do that? Well, some of the $1 million answer is just buy some property in Florida, full hookups, small RV park maybe. Just let people park on it. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing, honestly. I'm working with a realtor down in Florida, undisclosed location. I'm not going to tell you where I'm looking at it, but the sites go for about $100 a night, and I'm looking at a six site park, so that's $600 a day to pay for my on-road endeavors. Cheers. I could be neighbors with the Brazen Brits. I'm sure they would love that. The bus is going to have a 20-foot deck on the top. I'm going to call it the Sky Bar. So there's going to be lawn chair furniture on top of the bus where you can go up and have sundowners. Don't know what a sundowner is? Look up yachties. Look up yachting, and you could go have sundowners. You can have some with me. We could sit up on our chairs on top of the bus and drink as the sun comes down. We could do that. That would be awesome. People are driving by. I got a whole setup, man. I got a DSLR camera. This is not the webcam at all. This is a DSLR camera that's set up almost at the end of the driveway where I'm at, and then the microphone and this is like a big setup out here that I'm doing. And everybody that's in the park are probably not used to YouTubers, and they're looking at me like I'm some kind of freak. So let's see. Foreverland, what kind of plumbing setup are you going to do? Okay, so the plumbing. Let's talk about what I like to talk about, which is the poop. What are we going to do to manage the poop in the bus? Well, we're going to do a composted toilet. I said I would never poop in a bag, but we're going to do a composting toilet, and then we're going to have a 125-gallon freshwater tank and a 125-gallon gray water tank. Now, the gray water tank is going to get pumped to the truck. The truck is going to have a 125-gallon gray water tank on board and a 125-gallon freshwater tank. So when the gray water fills up in the bus, I'm going to pump that overboard to the truck, and then take the truck and go dump the tanks, and then fill the truck back up on another bladder with a 125-gallon freshwater tank, and pump that back into the bus. So when I'm staying on Galveston State Beach in Texas, I don't have to move the bus. The bus will just stay there. I will use the mule, which is the truck, to fill it up and dump. Compost and toilet, you just throw stuff away. Let's see. John Chalker, could you always do a dash? You could do that. The dashing thing. Yeah, I could. I mean, I could do DoorDash around the country and all that kind of stuff. John, I really would like to have the RV park set up if I could, or a rental where I just get that money that I don't really have to work for. It just comes to me, which is everybody's dream. $600 a day times 5 days a week, that'll pay for the land in no time, and then it'll give me a ton of pocket money. So we're going to do that. For medical, if anybody's asking how Drew's doing his medical, I just got VA full coverage medical. The only thing I don't have is, so I have vision and I have everything else. And as you guys know, that I have a bad eye. The Marines owe me for one eye. I can't see out of my left eye, and we're going to go take that. I figured out where that is to get that taken care of. So I'm going to go do that and put all that paperwork in. But right now I have $15 copays for medical. And I got to say something. I'm really impressed with VA, man. They've been Johnny on the spot, calling me for appointments and setting me up for stuff. And it's not like next day stuff. It takes a month to get something done, but a lot better than Kaiser was. I mean, they even set me up for next year's doctor's appointments. they called me up and scheduled stuff, and I'm like, how am I supposed to remember this? So the VA's got it going on, man. They're doing really good. Yeah, if you're a vet and you got honorably discharged, I would highly recommend going down to the VA and checking them out. Yeah. What are some other questions? What do you got down there for the tires on the bus? Look good, so I don't think I need new tires. I do have a coolant leak in the bus. So we were down in Texas, and I was bringing the bus into Dallas. It was someplace between, I don't know where in the hell. It was somewhere in Texas. We were at a truck stop, and it was cold. I mean, it was like in the 30s. I mean, it was freaking. It was freeze donkey balls off cold. And I turned the heater on to the front of the bus, and a lot of my coolant from the radiator started coming out the front of the bus. So somewhere there's a disconnect where if you turn on the manual heater thing, the coolant from, I got to figure that out. So that's I have to figure that out. And then I think that I have an air leak somewhere in my air hose because the compressor doesn't kick on enough and kick off. So I don't know if it's because I need to drain the water out of the bus, or there's a whole thing, man. I've been watching a ton of schooly stuff and just learning, like binge watching all the schooly stuff to like learn how to drain the water out of the freaking the air compressor and stuff. That's a thing. I didn't know. There's a hose. There's a cable you pull and the water comes out. I mean, hell if I knew. Let's see. The VA has gotten much better over the last few years. I agree, Tim. The VA has gotten a lot better. It's if you're a vet like you are, Tim, I know you are. You're a fellow jarhead. I would highly recommend recommend the VA, seriously. So tomorrow I'm gonna go get my feet done. I think I've been told that my feet are absolutely horrible, so I've never done that before. So that'll be interesting. A little nervous there, but I'm gonna go get my feet done and deal with that whole debacle, and then go from there. So, anybody have any other questions about the bus? I haven't figured out Wi-Fi in the bus yet. We're going to work on that and figure out what the Wi-Fi is for the bus and how to get that done. I still have Visible. I like it. I was having a problem connecting here, though, with Visible. But then I found out where I'm staying has very high speed internet, which I'm on right now. So we're going to continue to use that. So rock on. It's really cool. And I'm right by a transponder somewhere. It's like real close to me here. So yeah, we're just going to keep doing this. And does anybody want to come up, and what time is it? Because I got to go play bingo. Oh, dude, I got 30 minutes. Does anybody want to come up on the show? Does anybody want to come up? Oh, how about AC? Good point. Okay, Tim, good question. So I have on the school bus, I left the internal for right now, and it might change, but I left the AC units alone on the school bus. So when we're driving down the road, I have AC in the school bus. I'm going to put a mini split in the school bus. I don't know if I'm going to put 2 mini splits in or one. Right now it's 1 mini split. But I have a mini split probably going to be installed in the back bedroom of the school bus. The layout we're still kind of working at. The AC blowers in the bus. The roof is a 77-inch roof, so I don't have to do a roof raise, which is really nice. And it's a Thomas built bus. So on a Thomas bus, the walls go almost straight up, and just a tiny bit of a curve in the top of the wall. So I can stand vertically right next to the windows in the school bus and not worry about bending over. And we're not going to put the wood on the roof of the school bus. I'm not doing that. I'm leaving it metal, painted metal, so I can put my magnets on there and stuff. We're going to have some hammocks hanging inside the school bus. Oh, yeah. Put some hammocks up. That'll be fun. We're going to have some neat things inside that school bus. I don't want to give it all away, but we're going to have some really cool things for the cool kids to come out and check out and see. Yeah. Any other questions? Let's see. Steve or Chef? Steve. All right. Do we want to come up? Can I invite people? Oh, I can. I have the invite link. Copy. Copied. And let's see. And Control V. Was it Apple? Apple. Nope. Let's see. Command V. Yep. There it is. There you go. If you want to come on up, come on up. You can be part of the show. We got about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to go play bingo. Because, I got to get my INGO on. I can tell you what it's like living in an RV full time. I've been doing it for a long time now. And I can tell you what I'm going to have in the bus and what I'm not going to have a lot of in the bus. So the bus is not going to be a lot of propane in the bus. Propane sucks. Not a big fan of propane. We're not going to have a ton of propane in the bus. Hot water heater. I'm looking at getting a diesel on-demand hot water heater. We're putting a diesel heater in the bus along with the mini split, but I think the diesel heater is going to be a lot better than running the mini split, because with the mini split I have to run the generators, and I have two 3,500 watt two 4,000 watt generators that I've purchased that are going inside the bus. The bus is going to have a back deck, I think, and I'm going to put both of those generators inside the back deck of the school bus. So it's going to be 44 feet long, the school bus is, plus the toad. So it's going to be a long toad. Two of those generators in, and then on the back deck, I might hook up all the barbecue and cooking stuff, because you guys know how much I love to cook. Or I might put some scooters. Get your motor running. Pull over, beep, beep. Do some scoots and scoots. Tim is my alter ego. So yeah, big 20-foot deck on the top. We're going to put in almost 2,000 watts. We're going to put 320 watt solar panels up there. So I don't have to put a ton of solar panels to equal up. We'll just put a couple up there and do that. Charge controllers and all that stuff. And I'm not sold on lithium batteries, by the way. I'm just not. I might just throw in some AGMs. And my whole thing for the school bus is, it's not if it's going to break, it's when it's going to break. So here's my deal. I can afford to throw in all the lithiums I want right now. I can put in 1,000 hours, 2,000 hours of lithiums, right? Just load the damn thing up with lithiums. But later on down the road, when the lithiums fail, am I going to have enough money to replace those lithiums? That's the question. And the batteries kind of have to match. So is it just better to put in the AGM or the 6-volt golf cart batteries, right? And do it that way, or is it better to put in the lithiums? That's the question. That's where there's going to be a turning point where the metal meets the meat here coming up real soon, that we're going to have to really make some hard decisions. Do you want the lighter cabinets or the darker cabinets? What kind of hardware for the drawers do you want? Do you want the C kind where you push it in and you unlock? Or do you want leather straps that you can pull? What do you really want? I don't know. I've never picked that stuff out before, but I'm gonna. Who knows, man? I don't know this stuff. I don't know the answers to this. I know the countertops are going to be butcher block, and they're going to be treated so I don't have to treat them. So that's the countertops are all butcher block. I know I paid for an extra large farm sink, big one, and I paid for a sink for the bathroom because it's hard to wash your hands in a composting toilet. You could try it. I wouldn't. If you do, I'm not shaking your hand or standing next to you. Face the sky. I've made it through Mexico, fixing mine the whole way. Now it works perfectly, and I'm selling it. I love living in it for now, for many months. There you go. Right on, man. And welcome into the family, Face the Sky. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, I highly would it would mean a lot to me if you could hit that thumbs up. If you want to hit the thumbs down, hey, be my guest. Hit the thumbs down. But if you want to hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. If you could leave a comment down below, that'd be even more rocking. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Give me a question. Tell me that life is just zen. What happened? I got John Shocker. Let's add him. Hey, John, what's going on?
How you doing, Papa Drew? I was a little worried about you.
You're worried? I'm okay.
Yeah, because I didn't see you for a while, you know? I consider you like Uncle Drew, you know?
I know, John. I've been okay. I've been up here just kicking back and kind of doing stuff, and it is what it is. Let's see. Hello, all the way. What's up, Nick Picks? So we've been just doing a lot of stuff, John. We've been pulling into an RV resort over here, kind of.
Hey, look at some new equipment I got, Papa Drew.
What do you got, man?
I got a new Ronin 4.
Yeah, you got yourself a DJI, huh?
Yeah. That's that stimulus money, dude.
Hey, yeah, my stimulus money, I paid off bills.
Hey, that's a good thing to do, you know? Yeah, I paid off one credit card as well.
There you go.
Have some fun. Have some fun and also pay off one little credit card.
I just want to ask you a question. Do I look like my shirt?
You look like you have been in the sun a while.
Do I look like my shirt, though?
Let's see. The shirt looks like Jesus Christ.
Well, then what about my face? Does my face look like this face?
You need to put a pair of darker glasses on the depiction. Okay.
So basically, would you say yes or no?
Yes. That merch looks good. I got a little pair of darker glasses on.
Here comes the Brazen Brits. There we go.
Hello,
Lord Lawrence. Hi, Lord Lawrence. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you guys?
Good, man. I like the greenhouse, dude. That looks really cool.
This is our new abode.
Yeah.
Are you planning to grow some vegetables?
That was very good. We are growing vegetables, I think.
Yeah.
Natalie's not.
I know you guys are pretty good with. I know the Brits are very good with their gardening skills.
Well, yeah, some of us. I'm definitely not. That's for sure.
You guys bring any of the animals with you, or do you guys take care of them up there?
No, we left.
What did you guys do with the animal?
We rehomed a bunch of them. Rehomed loads of them, our favourites, and then the new owners actually took the rest of them.
Oh, so you left the farm then?
We did. We sold the farm, yeah, and then bought this place.
So what rig are you running right now, my brother? Because I watch your channel.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so we are still in the 312 BHTS.
You're in the 312, okay.
Yeah.
So are you still going? I saw you were working on ball and hitch testing.
No, we were. It annoyed me because we bought the hitch it must be 2 years ago now. It was the Equalizer 14K, and it's been all around Florida. It's been all through Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Where else? Arkansas, Tennessee, and then obviously in the Virginia snow, and it looked horrible.
I've heard something about that hitch. That hitch has been known to rust out.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I mean, it was only surface rust, but it was okay.
No. They were saying that the company actually had a recall on some of the arms.
Really?
Yes. So check it before you think, because they're saying because of the snows in Connecticut and other places that when they use road salt, it would eat the bars away.
Wow.
Yes.
No, I didn't know that. No, actually, the bars were okay. The bars have done really well. They're a little bit dirty and a little bit scuffed, but it was actually the hitch the drop hitch that we had to get was the worst.
Ooh, those drop hitches, man. They can drop you.
So, hey,
Yeah.
Lawrence,
One of my
is-
friend's drop hitch actually cracked right into the thing when he went to go put it into his receiver, and they said it was a it was a manufacturer's defect.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you ever just?
is there room for me to park the bus over there, Lawrence?
Not yet.
Lawrence.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know, I'm thinking about buying some
So
property.
you are
How
an
close are you to-
actual lord, sir. Are you an actual British
So-
lord?
I am, yes.
How close are you to the Panhandle?
Then I give you my respect, sir. I happen to be a duke.
Lawrence,
I'm
That's
Italian and Hungarian. My grandpa is a duke.
That's cool.
So
very cool.
some people call me. I just call me John.
Duke John.
That's what they usually say, but I just say don't use the Duke, just use John. Some
Hey,
people also call me Preacher Boy, whichever you prefer.
This will make you guys laugh. We went out to a bar last night, and I said there was a beer called Duke, like Duke, right? And so I said, "Can I have that?" But in the UK, we like round off the U. So I said, "Can I have a Duke?" Right? So we say Duke, and we say Tuesday instead of Tuesday or Duke, right? And he said, "What flavor?" And I said, "I don't know, just the one on the handle over there." And he's like, "What? That's not juice." And I'm like, "Juice?" I'm like, "No, Duke." Anyway, it was noisy, so we couldn't hear each other. But he thought I said juice instead of Duke, so then I had to change it to Duke. So
yes, because I know those pubs over there happen to be a little bit louder because it's the only place they allow you to drink. Am I right?
Where's that?
In your neck of the country.
Actually,
because I know the colloquial things, they only allow drinking in certain areas.
It was. We actually went to a beach bar, which was very cool.
Okay.
Hey, how close are you to the Panhandle?
So can you define to me what is the Panhandle, but where does the Panhandle? Here's some education for a British guy, right? When you say Panhandle, where do you mean? Like from where to where?
The flat part up at the top, I believe, is the Panhandle.
So the flat part of the top. Okay, so we're near Ocala.
So you're kind of in the. Are you up by Jacksonville, but on the other side?
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're in the U.S. then, Lord. My lord, you are in the U.S.
Yes, my Duke. Yes, my Duke. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we are in. Actually,
we are men of honor. We usually speak to each other very politely.
Hey, you two show up in tights. I'm turning this off.
No, I never do that.
I'm already in tights. What are you talking about?
Don't mind me. I'm having my second cup of coffee.
I don't think the audience wants to see John Chalk in yoga pants. They could. I don't think so. Anyway, how close are you?
No yoga pants. Sweatpants, yes. Yoga pants, no. Because I live next to a YMCA.
Type 1 in the chat if you want to see John Chalker in yoga pants. Type 2 in the chat if you want to see Lawrence in yoga pants. And then they have to do it the next video they do.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't do yoga pants because I've had it. I'm too big for that.
It's fine.
Come on, audience. Let's speak up. Let's get this done.
Hey, so Cindy, actually, Drew, we had a quote for 2 RV pads and a driveway to them, and I was pretty set on that's what we were going to do, and the quote came back at $47,000.
Holy shit! Oh, excuse me, Papa Drew. I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's okay, John.
That's a very similar reaction.
I'm so sorry. Sorry, Lord.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to speak like that. Sorry.
So the quote I got back, what I'm looking at the RV parks are, they're running around about 160 to 170,000 for 6 pads, full hookups, but right across from the beach.
Wow.
Literally across from the beach for 6 of them.
Wow.
Did you know you could pour your own footings? You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to pour anything, John. I'm the size of a house.
All you have to do is call for the electric, the cement mixer, and
Yeah,
get
the only
some
thing
wood and stuff, and you'd be pretty easy to get it done for under $300 to $600.
Right. The only thing I pour, John, is another White Russian.
Well, I could come over there if you want.
That's the only
I'll
thing I
bring
pour.
me and my team,
Okay.
but I'll have to charge you $5,000.
Yeah. See, the only thing I pour is just me and my White Russian. I might have a sex on the beach. I tried to have a slow cooker but threw against the wall, but Lawrence got
I
mad
used
at
to
me.
be a laborer, sir, and I know how to pour those type of forms.
Okay.
You know how to pour them properly.
Look, people are typing in. They want to see you in They want to see you in yoga pants, John.
No, thank you. That is inappropriate.
But your fans have spoken.
Well, they can come to my channel. I'm building a theater room, everyone, right now.
Nice.
Yes, I am building a theater room with my some of my stimulus money.
I got stimulated once. I fell over.
Yeah, I bought a Ronin. Ronin 4. Lord, I bought a Ronin 4.
It was like a third leg. I kept tripping. I was so stimulated. See? I don't know what happened. I bought a
brand new Ronin 4, and I bought some.
This is going downhill,
guys.
I don't know what else to do. I don't know where do I go with this? I don't know what to do. That
is the backside of a projector. One of these waterproof projectors that you could use on the RV. That's one of them. And it was very cheap. It's a budget one.
So we're kind of off our talking points. Let's get back to the bus. The Papa Drew. Let's get back to where either the third.
Well, I was thinking that maybe you might want to put one of these on your bus.
Maybe
Papa Drew.
Yeah, I'm thinking for an awning. I'm thinking of a tarp, like a rainbow colored tarp to put on the for an awning. And the flagpole holders, Lawrence, the ones that are adjusted and have the screw and they do this. Well, I saw a video. It was pretty interesting. They used those mounted to the side of the bus, a pole in them that came up, and then another pole came across the top, and then they put the awning material on that. So
have you ever thought about trying a armless awning? Have you ever tried using a Solera armless awning?
John, you got to think less money is better.
Well, I was talking to. They can put them on for you at a later date. When they can also finance.
Yeah.
I was thinking, don't mind me. I'm the engineer type. I'm thinking engineering things of your bus that would make your bus look a lot aesthetically better.
I'm thinking of being a hippie.
I love you, my brother, and I want your rig to look good, not look like somebody took it out back and threw a tarp over it.
Right. Well, I don't think Lawrence is going to let me do that.
Because I know the Solera company has a financing program, and their armless awnings are good for 20 years. They have a good 20-year warranty. What do you think, Lord? Do you think maybe that's what he should do, or you think a tarp would be better?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what an armless awning is.
An armless
awning is. See, usually when you get a regular awning, it has two arms, one on one side, one on the other.
Yeah.
And it folds out like this. An armless awning comes off of the top straight. The arms are actually inside the roll itself.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yes.
They kind of have a scissor thing. It looks like
yes, it comes out like this.
I'm not a big fan.
It makes it a lot easier. And it looks a lot more it looks a lot more decorative.
Yeah.
And having two arms on either side, one on side of the door and one on side of, at the end of his rig,
Hey, Jim, I want to put you in the basement for a second real quick. I want to get some stuff done up here, some housekeeping. Let me put you in the basement real quick. Just real quick. Thanks, John. Okay, so we got some new people coming in. We got Everland RV coming in. We got How to Gardenist just came in. Jim Foster, Da Vinci Pepperoni came in. Natalie is there. Hi, Natalie. That's probably your better half. She's probably in the room, and she's such a sweetie. I love her to death. You're such a lucky man.
It's Lady Natalie. Lady Natalie, come on.
I'm so sorry, but we need to you better take her out and get her some flowers and some nice dinner. And I know she's listening. So with that being said, everybody that's just tuning in, we're kind of over what I haven't been online a lot. I've been dealing with a lot of personal things, and we're just kind of going over what the bus is. You know, we've bought the school bus. We've got it from Phoenix, Arizona, over to Dallas, and it's in the builder's hands. In June, they're going to start the build. I hope. December, I'll take possession of the bus and get it painted. I hope to register it and domicile out in Texas with the bus and still continue to work in California. I don't know how that's going to play out. And then get it over to Schoolie Palooza, where you might be and the Wags might be this year. So that'd be kind of interesting. Are you going to try and make it out that way this year?
Yeah, I think actually we're actually trying to figure out how I'm doing a load of smart stuff in our home, so we can actually go away for a long time, but still be able to manage the house. And so I want like cameras and I want security stuff, and because we thought about renting it out whilst we were RVing, and but I don't think we really want to do that. And because we bought a much cheaper house than what we sold, we can financially should be able to pay for this and go away for a few months. But I do worry about, well, same as an RV, right? I worry about an RV like water leaks and power issues and trees falling on the house. And, we did splash out and we bought a place with a pool because we're British and we can't have pools in England. So we're making the most of it in Florida. So we're doing all of that. So I don't know, really, we don't have any big plans. There's a lot of stuff in Florida that we didn't get to do last year. So, we're thinking we'll probably stay local, but then we keep getting invited to all of these different places and all these different things, different events. There's one in Ohio that we really want to go to in June. And Drew, you keep telling me all these cool places that you're going and things you can do. So we obviously can't do them all. So we're trying to figure out what we can do and how we get there and how far they are. But I do have a question for you, which is why I came on here. Actually, I have two questions. The first one is, why did you choose Texas over Florida for domicile?
Convenience. The bus is already in Texas. I mean, it just made sense, right? I might domicile in Florida if I buy the lots out in Florida and get that going to just re-domicile. But the problem is I have to register that bus again. And Texas is sitting right there. So I might as well just get up, pick the bus up, go register the bus, and then do what I got to do with it. Once it's registered, I'll feel a lot better.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And my other question was, so on the timeline, how long is it taking them to do all the work on the bus? You're breaking up. Sorry.
You're going to have to repeat that.
How long is it taking for them to do all the work on the bus before you get it back? And then when you get it back, what do you have to do to it after that? Did you hear me?
Type it in, Lawrence, because you're breaking up really bad. You're frozen.
Can you hear me yet? Oh, it's Drew. Okay, I just checked the chat. Okay, well, welcome to the Papa Drew Show, guys. This is your new host. Does anyone have any? Oh, he's left. Okay, I really am the host. Does anyone have any questions for Drew that I can answer? I've got an idea. You ask me questions that you would ask Drew, and I'll give you the answer. I don't see any questions yet. Here we go. How tall is Drew? I'm going to be honest. I have never met Drew in real life. We've spoken a lot of times online and on the phone, but Drew is actually 4'1". He doesn't look like it, but he is very, very short. I'm very interested to see how he drives the bus. I think some of the work they're doing is actually he's going to get some special shoes with like stilts on it so that he can actually push the pedals, and he's getting a special seat installed to lift him up. When he actually drove the bus before these modifications, he couldn't sit down. He actually just stood up and drove it. So that's another reason why the brake story he said earlier was someone nearly went through the windshield because he was stood up, and trying to stand and drive is quite difficult. So he put too much pressure on the brake. So yeah, 4'2" is the answer. That's how tall Drew is. Yeah. What color is the school bus? It's real shocker here. It's yellow, but he's actually going to get it resprayed in rainbow colors. You can buy some special rainbow paint. Just roll it on. So yeah, that's his. I think that'll suit him perfectly. Who lives in Drew's beard? Honestly, everyone at some point has lived in Drew's beard. It's warm, it's comfortable. It smells bad, but no, it doesn't. It smells lovely. So yeah, so everyone, he welcomes everyone in. If you're ever having a hard time, you need a place to stay, just let him know, and you can go and live in his beard. All right. Okay, I think that's all the questions. Is there any other questions? Because this interview with Papa Drew isn't very exciting without Papa Drew here. Oh, he's coming back.
Okay, there we go. We got it. We got it on the cell phone. We don't have it on the elaborate setup that I had. You want to see the setup? There's the setup. Look at that camera over there. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean that's a DSLR sitting over there. So we don't have it on that, but we do have it right here. So anyway, I got the why did you domicile in Texas question, but I didn't get the second part of that. Sorry, everybody.
No, so my other question, I did type it in the chat thing. I was trying to figure it out earlier. It's all right. We had a great time whilst you were out, Drew. Great time. In fact, I think people are disappointed that you're back.
Okay, good. Well,
so my second part of the question was, you get the bus back later in the year after it's done all the modifications. What do you need to do to it once you get it back? Or is it going to be completely done, or is there going to be other things you need to do to it after that?
I'm going to need to put in the solar package because I'm not having the builders do solar. So I'm going to need to save up and put the solar package in. I'm looking about 12 to 13 grand worth of solar to put in the bus. We're not going to try and run everything we have off the solar because I do have, 8,000 watts generators sitting in the bus right now. So we're going to do as much solar as we can. We're going to put a regular dorm 10 cubic foot refrigerator, just a regular old plain Jane $300 refrigerator, 120 volt. I'm putting that in the bus. Nothing fancy. And the reason again is because it's not if it breaks, it's when it breaks. And a $300 refrigerator that's a dorm standard refrigerator, with the top freezer and the bottom freezer, I can throw that out of the emergency exit of the bus and just go down to anywhere and buy a standard refrigerator.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The dishwasher is going to be not an RV dishwasher, but a household dishwasher. And when that breaks, I can throw that out of the exit and go down and buy another refrigerator. or another dishwasher. You know, and if I have to do the dishwasher, I'm not expecting to run that off of electric. I'm expecting to fire up the generators, run the dishwasher, and then turn off the generator. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't need to be. That doesn't need to be off of generator power. I'm not trying to be ridiculous with this thing. You know?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and the washer and dryer, they're going to run off the generators. The TV's going to run off the batteries. The refrigerator's going to run off the batteries. Charging of the laptops and the cameras and all that stuff will run off the batteries. But I don't need huge amounts of batteries because you're not always doing laundry. You're not always running the dishwasher. You're not always doing that kind of stuff, right? Inside of the bus, we're not going to have this traditional 4 or 3 burner stove. That's just, we're not going to do that. We're going to put a Blackstone griddle in. A 22-inch Blackstone griddle is going to be embedded into the counter.
Can you do that? You'd need a killer vent system though for that, right?
I got windows. Why would I need a vent system?
Because that kicks off a lot of heat, a lot of smoke.
No, the Blackstone
Really?
doesn't put out a lot of smoke. No, not at all. Puts out heat, but not a ton of heat. Nothing that a regular window wouldn't be able to handle. 2 bus windows.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so, and the cleanup for a Blackstone is just so much easier than a clean for pots and pans and all that other garbage. And if I wanted to do boil water or something, I just put the pan on the Blackstone. That works.
Yeah, true.
I've done that before. I've boiled cheese with it. It was an easy being cheesy, but I did it. So yeah, I mean, it's not, you know, it's now I'm gonna get comfortable. You want to see behind me? There you go. It's a little bit better.
Nice, cozy.
Yeah, got my awning covers up, and I got misters. I got misters on the awnings. Look at that.
That's cool.
So I mean, I'm hooked up with full hookups, right? So I might as well put misters up, and when it gets 110 degrees out, I'll just flip on the misters.
So when you're in the bus, are you planning on being on boondocking most or hookups?
Boondocking. I like boondocking a heck of a lot better than RV parks.
But so how often do you think you would, if you were full time, and you how many days out of the month will you be full hookups, and how many will you be boondocking?
You know, that's a good question because I haven't done this, so it's new. I can tell you that I would my preference would be to boondock 30 days out of the month, but you're going to have to hook up at some point. Now, I just don't want to hook up. I just don't like hooking up. I really like it out in Arizona. I like Quartzsite. I really like. There's just something about not having neighbors. You know, I like that. I like pulling out in the middle of nowhere and looking up and seeing a gazillion stars. To me, that's what RVing's about. It's not about sitting in an RV park trying to plug in like a house. If I wanted to plug in like a house, I'd just go live in a freaking house. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
It does.
That's just how I want to be, right? But you be you, I'll be me. If I can get away with boondocking 30 days out of the month and it's free and it's cheap, then yeah, I'd love to go do that. Now, I don't want a boondock where it's not safe or on city streets because nobody, like, you wouldn't dig it if I came over there and you were a house owner, right? You paid a ton of money for your house. You probably would not like me pulling a 30-foot or a 40-foot school bus and parking it in front of your house. You'd probably be like, what the hell? You know, and you got to think that there's a lot of other people that have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in their dream to buy a house, and they don't want to open up their front door and see freaking Drew's Magic Carpet Ride sitting in front of their front door. You know, it's probably not a cool thing. So, if I can boondock in like remote areas and get away with moving every 14 days, I'll do that. I will absolutely do that. Boondockers welcome. You're right. Natalie's so smart, dude. That's why women are so much better than men. One, they're softer. Two, they smell better, and they're just smarter. They are. Don't argue with them; you'll lose.
It's true. Sorry, I'm finding the comments. I see it.
But yeah, that's kind of yeah. To answer your question, I'd rather boondock more. I can at least see myself boondocking 14 days out of the month. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think we haven't done much boondocking. We did for a while, but obviously I'm very reliant on internet because I work remotely. So that's a big thing. And then obviously you have to consider the power. And if it's hot, I can't be on a video call for work and be pouring with sweat because it's 100 degrees outside and I don't have any AC. So yeah, I think we very much get tied to RV parks. But the cool thing about that, and it's going back to what you said, like I kind of agree, it's kind of like half doing it because you're not really getting the full camping experience, but it still did allow us to go around and see some cool places. We're always half an hour from the cool places, but we still get to come back to our home and have air conditioning and power and water and showers and things. But we did 5 days boondocking. We signed up for Harvest Hosts and we did 5 days boondocking. Natalie was dreading it, absolutely dreading it. Like when we left, she was like, I don't understand why we have to do this, right? And within like probably 12, 13 hours, she was sold. Absolutely loved it. We did it for 5 days, and at the end, she was like, that's the best camping experience we've had. And obviously, we have that one Battleborn battery which worked, and we used the generator for about an hour a day just to help heat up the water and for the coffee machine. But that was it. The rest of the time, we chilled. We went and saw stuff. It was fantastic. So I totally get it.
Here's the deal. So, and I get what the WAGs, I get what Dustin and Leslie are doing, right? They're going into RV parks. They're going to 1,000 trails and stuff like that. They're using it as a base camp to go out and explore the local area. Then they come back to their full setups. And I totally get that. And I that's cool, man, because we've used this RV in that exact manner when I was doing stuff with the wife and the kids when I was married. But why couldn't you do that boondocking? If you're chasing 70 degrees, the one drawback is going to be the internet, right? Because you're going to need Wi-Fi connections until Elon Musk figures out how to save the world.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the only drawback. Once that piece of the puzzle is fixed and you can work remotely online, you can camp anywhere. I mean, why not? Chase 70 degrees, you won't have any problems.
Yeah, because one of our biggest concerns with the dogs, like if we were going out exploring and we couldn't take the dogs, we were worried about the heat. But you're right, if you chase 70 degrees, it doesn't matter. We can, but otherwise we had to have the AC on. And that's why actually our video last week was all about the smart things that we use to monitor the rig, because that was our biggest fear, is that we're out, the shore power gets cut, the air conditioning goes off, and the dogs, like, it does not take a long time for an RV. Even the Grand Designs are pretty cool, and I'm quite impressed with it, with the insulation and things, but they heat up real quick. Like, it's just a slightly bigger car, right? So it doesn't take long. So that was our big concern.
Yeah, no, I would, and see, that's kind of where I'm on the fence now. It's interesting because I have conversations off screen with with you guys and stuff, with a lot of people. And I was talking to Carl yesterday, and I was like, yeah, dude, I want to get a Great Dane. I want to travel with the Dane and do all that kind of stuff. And he goes, if you go into like some of the state parks and stuff, you can't take that dog on a trail with you. And how are you going to work? Like, say if you camp host or do something like that, how are you going to work 12 hours a day at like the potato or the beet harvest thing? Or what he's doing, he's up in Idaho work camping. How are you going to do that for 12 hours a day with a dog in the coach?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of hit me. Was like, okay, I see where he's coming from. That's not fair to the dog, to put a dog in the coach for 12 hours a day by itself, especially like a Great Dane, because you're going to come back to a mound of poop. It's going to be massive, man. It's going to be like, holy crap, we're literally. I get it, unless you have like a partner that's with you that can take care of the dog and stuff. But if you're by yourself, it's cool that you have a pet, and it's cool that dogs are like an early warning system if somebody's screwing around with your bus. I get all of that, and that's cool, but it's not cool because it limits your ability to go and hang out and do things.
Yep.
It's kind of like that finite line. What do you want to do? And you got to make that decision, and you have to make it early of, I want to do this or I want to do that. Or maybe you can get on the road and make that decision. I mean, who knows? But it just kind of made me think for a second of, wait a minute, this is actually an intelligent conversation we're having, which kind of scared me.
Yeah,
'Cause,
it's
you know,
true. But I mean, I'm just trying to think when you're saying that, like, are the dogs a hindrance? And I don't think we've ever considered doing things without them. So we haven't thought like, what would it be like if they weren't here? Now, it was hard when we had Roxy, who died a few weeks back, but it was tough on her because she was very sensitive to a lot of things. Like, we couldn't walk her too far, and she was losing her hearing and her eyesight, and she couldn't. She was very sensitive to temperature as well. So there was a lot of things there that we had to look out for, and we didn't want to leave her too long. But sorry if you can hear the wind; it suddenly picked up here.
It's okay.
It's really windy. So yeah, there was that. But we've always had dogs. We're always going to have dogs. So it's not even a consideration to do it with or without.
Right.
So,
and see, I miss my Great Dane because that dog was just killer.
yeah, I'm
But
sure you do.
It would be hard right now to put a Great Dane in this coach.
Really?
Not because of space. Well, I redid the inside of this coach is not the same as when I had it with the family. Now it's got captain's chairs in there, and where the desk was where her couch was, her bed, and I removed all of that because I didn't have her with me. So I mean, a lot of that has changed. So it would be hard to put a dog in here unless it's going to sleep in bed with me constantly. But the bus is different. A Great Dane crate underneath the bed, having that built into under the bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I could crate the dog if I because I believe in crating a dog.
Yep.
They sometimes dogs need that. It's like they're cave dwell. They like to go in their little cave and they feel safe in there. So sometimes crate training a dog it's a really good thing.
Our guys love their crates. Absolutely
Yeah.
love them. Jax will be watching TV. He goes and sits in his crate. It's his little den. Absolutely love it.
Spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's their safe spot. They feel secure in there. And that's how dogs are. So I was thinking about honestly having a crate built underneath the bed where the water tank is for the Dane. But then I'm thinking, want to put a Great Dane? Do I want to do that? How am I? There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of moving parts to this. It's not just get out of debt and then take off. That's not how this works. And a lot of people think that's how it works, and there's just for me, there's a lot of moving parts, and it's trying to get all the moving parts to line up, and then bang, and you'll know when that time is right. That's the hard part.
I have a final question because I know you have to go play bingo. But when are you cutting your hair?
I'm not. What do you think? Do you like it?
I kind of do. Yeah, it looked a bit awkward when it was first started growing out.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of like I look like my shirt, dude.
You look like a 90s rocker.
I do. I kind of look like a porn star. What's that?
I wasn't going to say that, but yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah, I could be a porn star. What was that guy with the humongous unit? What was that guy? He was like in all the movies. He played in Boondock Saints.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah, I could be that guy.
Someone will comment.
Probably. Either that or a lot of people will unsubscribe. Holy shit. I'm not, dude. It's kind of a pain in the ass, the hair thing is. But then it's kind of like, I don't know, it's growing on me. Literally. What does Natalie say? It's not really about unless you're hitting on me, but what does Natalie think? Ask her.
I don't know.
Because it's really the women. Ask her real quick, Natalie, what do you think of the hair?
I don't know where she is. I know. I will tell you. I know she's not a fan of long hair on guys. It's a very sexist thing to say, but
Isn't
she's
it?
not a fan of long hair on guys.
Yeah, I've been told not to grow it longer than other people, but whatever. I was thinking about a Viking braid down the back. I mean, how cool would that be, right?
How long does it need to be to do that?
I was thinking down to my butt. Type 1 if you want to see me grow my hair to my ass. I'll do whatever you guys want, man.
Natalie said no comment. No comment.
I see that. Type 1 if you want Papa Drew to grow his hair. Type 2 if you want Lord Lawrence to grow his hair to his ass.
No chance.
Come on, you can do it. We can grow it together.
No chance.
We could be hair buddies.
The longest I would grow my hair is I have I really want to grow a mullet. They're coming back. They're back in fashion. Yeah.
Are they?
They're coming back.
I'm not really mulleting, am I?
No.
I mean,
you could be. You could shave the sides a bit.
I could.
But no.
I'm kind of more the grunge looking guy. Kind of that Seattle coffee look.
No. I know nothing about all this. If I had a choice, I would shave it all off, but Natalie says I look like an idiot. So she won't let me.
I see. I told the
So
women
I'm
are
looking
smarter
forward
than us. Ron Jeremy, there it is. See, I knew somebody would type that in there. Ron Jeremy is who I look like.
Oh yeah, Chief knows. Ron Jeremy. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's it, man. You can call me Ron Jeremy from now on.
Okay.
What a compliment.
You should get a T-shirt made up. Call me Ron Jeremy.
My other name is Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
See how far that goes. Holy crap! All right, well, I got a lot of cleanup, man. You guys, look at all that. Look at that setup, dude. Isn't that cool?
I know you're late for bingo, Drew.
I missed bingo, dude. It's so funny because I'm so polite over there. I say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and everything. And there's like 50, 60-year-old women over there that are just swearing. It's hilarious. And I'm like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Seriously. Hey. And they're just off there rocking the bad words.
Yeah, bingo's stressful.
Dude, it's competitive. Don't mess with their dot thingy. They have that dot thing. Don't. And if you call bingo wrong, they'll kill you. Hey, if you guys haven't checked out the Brazen Brits, please go do so. Go over there, check them out. Most of you people already have. If you haven't, and you're new to the stream, you're new to the channel, I appreciate you and I love you very much. But do me a favor, go check them out. Go over there, subscribe to them. They're great people. They're filming, the way they film, the content is unbelievable. I mean, he's a cinematographer dude. Like, seriously, he's got it going on he's got all the toys and the gimbals and the whatever. It looks like a freaking movie out of Hollywood.
No, I have toned it down recently, Drew. I've toned it down. I do love the cinematography stuff. That I could spend all day doing that, but having that with no content, it just doesn't make sense. So we've toned it down a bit.
It is. I just, the one I love is where we found the chair from the before Christ was born, the metal chair. I thought that was the best.
That was the missions, San Antonio missions.
That was great.
It rained all day. All day it rained.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That was the best, man. You got show them a little bit of love. Go subscribe. They're great people. They just sold their house and they bought a new house down in Florida, and they're doing all that good stuff. So go over there, subscribe to them, hit a thumbs up, drop a comment on the video. You guys will not be disappointed. If you haven't joined Papa Drew's RV group on Facebook, you really need to, because a lot of these people will start posting their content on Papa Drew's RV group. And if you're a creator and you want to post some content on Papa Drew's RV group, go over there and do so. I mean, it's free and it's a safe place to do that. There's no jail, Facebook jail, and all content is welcome as long as it's not dirty or, putting anybody down or political. Everything else is fair game. It really is.
It is a very cool resource. Yeah. Yeah. I love that group.
other than that, if you haven't subscribed to me, that would be cool too if you subscribe. And I just want to say how I usually close out. Go ahead and close yourself out, Lord Lawrence.
Well, thank you, Drew. No, thanks, Drew. Thanks to everyone watching. I hope I did you good when you went away there, Drew. I answered a bunch of questions for you, by the way. I'm pretty sure they were all very accurate answers, but you might want to go and watch back just in case I made a mistake.
Oh boy. Okay, that'd be awesome. All right. Well, I just want to say one thing, that I love you, and I'll see you next time. We're going to try and post more, everybody, and at least do some live streams and stuff. We'll get a lot of the filming on the cooking stuff going for you, because I know you like that. So we'll put some attempting to cook with some Papa Drew up there. And who knows, we could all get food poisoning together. All right. Talk to you guys later. See ya. Peace, love, and hippies. Hoorah.